Let's look at our final problem. Example 3. Samantha and Jerome want to play in their pool, but are only allowed to if the temperature is 75 degrees or warmer. At 1 o'clock, it was 67 degrees outside. The temperature has raised 2 degrees every 30 minutes. If it is now 1:30, when will it be warm enough for Samantha and Jerome to swim? Our 4-step process wants us to understand the problem before we begin working. A picture isn't very helpful in this situation. Let's try making a chart. We can do another T-chart with time on the left and temperature on the right. You might notice that this also looks a little bit like our ratio formula. Since the problem gives us a scale, we may need that one too. Let's go ahead and write it down in case. Our ratio was 30 minutes for every 2 degrees temperature increase. Now let's go to step 2, devise a plan. We're understanding the problem by making a time and temperature chart. Now, what else will we need to solve the problem? We're going to need to fill in what time it was when we noticed the temperature first, what the temperature was, and what temperature we need to reach. So, if we use our ratio and increase by 30 minutes and 2 degrees on every line of our chart, we will eventually reach our answer. Let's carry out that plan now. Our start time was 1 o'clock, and our temperature at 1 o'clock was 67 degrees. Our ratio says that every 30 minutes, the temperature raised by 2 degrees. So let's add 30-minute increments and 2-degree increments to each side. Increasing the time, 1 o'clock, by 30 minutes, we arrive at 1:30, the time it is now. Adding 2 degrees to 67 degrees gives us 69 degrees. Is it warm enough for Samantha and Jerome to play in the pool? Not yet. Let's add 30 minutes again. At 2 o'clock, adding 2 degrees, it was 71 degrees outside. We're still not warm enough. Let's add 30 minutes again. At 2:30, adding 2 degrees, it was 73 degrees outside. We're getting closer. Let's see if we can get there in one more addition of 30 minutes. 3 o'clock, we'll also need to add 2 more degrees. It was 75 degrees outside. That's the temperature at which Samantha and Jerome are allowed to play in the pool. The time we found was 3 o'clock. Are we done? There's one more step. Look at the answers and check your work. The problem gives us possible answer choices of A, 2 o'clock, B, 2:30, C, 3 o'clock, and D, 3:30. The answer C, 3 o'clock, matches our answer of 3 o'clock. You've solved the problem using the 4-step method. Good work! Today we have solved problems by selecting appropriate units, tools, and formulas to measure and solve problems with length, area, time, temperature, volume, and weight. To finish practicing and make sure you really understand, do the independent practice problems at home and bring them to class. Replay this lesson if you have any questions as you're doing the independent practice.